So for me, Wentworth presented an opportunity to apply to a design school without a portfolio. I didn't have a design background in high school, but I knew that it was what I wanted to get into.
I knew when I was in high school I didn't know what I wanted to do. I always was in the art class, drawing, and I loved that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to put my, drawing skills and creativity to use to help others.
My story is like a little different than you guys. I got into design, I got pushed towards this school because I just like drawing cars a lot, and I didn't know what to do with my life. So my dad actually came to me. He's like, "Hey, you should check out industrial design." I came here just like, "Oh, I want to draw cars." I didn't know anything about design, and then I grew to love it just through like learning about it, and I found out that I actually did want to just help people as well.
Right. Yeah, I was the same way. Like in high school, I always was just drawing in class, like doodling on my notebooks and stuff like that. And I guess what really pushed me into industrial design was my CAD teacher. I took a CAD class my senior year, and my CAD teacher basically told me if I didn't go to school for industrial design, she'd hurt me.
I wanted to go to school to be an illustrator. I wanted to study graphics and just making graphics for like books and Magic the Gathering cards. I don't know. That obviously did not fly with my father. He wanted me to study business or something business related, and he did his own research and found that industrial design for him was like the middle point between being an artist and a businessman.
I had no idea what industrial design was when I was in high school. I didn't find out until I was in a community college to even know what industrial design was. My mom came to me and was like, "Hey, you're good at drawing. Why don't you go and take, some design class?"
Even freshman year when I got here, I just thought that design was, hey, you sketch something up and you send it off to an engineer and they figure out everything else. But turns out it's not.
Yeah,
and I actually like it better now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I feel like I've been doing this my whole life, but I just never had the label for it.
Right.
And now coming here, where I can say what I do is called industrial design, it sort of justifies everything.
So industrial design research, I feel, is one of the most important parts of the design process. It gives a guideline of reasons of why certain things are designed a certain way.
So for my thesis, I'm trying to redesign the espresso making process by bridging the gap between really high-end espresso machines versus a more on-the-go oriented machine.
I basically got the idea for my thesis because my family owns a small coffee farm. So I knew I wanted to do something related to coffee regardless. I didn't know what would become of the idea of doing something with coffee. I knew I wanted to do something relating to coffee at first. And my first thought was to do something that would give back to the community at the farm. I remember it as being really fun, more because of the people. There's a lot of people who live at the farm because they take care of it more than my family does, so it's their home. I liked it because there was this really old man, his name was Napo, pretty sure his name was Napo, and he would make me spears out of sticks, and I would throw them at banana-like trees. Before my thesis, I developed a strong liking for coffee. So I had already started brewing my own coffee for about almost a year. So I basically took my thesis as an excuse to try to become the closest I could be to a barista. Basically, like, I immersed myself into the process of making coffee. I just read like billions of blogs about coffee. The community with coffee is huge. Making coffee is very personal, so it changes from person to person how they prefer their coffee. I feel that design research fuels a lot of details in products these days, and I once heard a quote or read a quote that said that people usually don't notice good design, they only notice bad design. And I think the main reason people notice bad design is because those products were created without proper research to drive them to become good design. Research is the backbone of industrial design. And in the case of my project, my research drove that design. It looks good, but it's for a reason. And I feel that's the most important part of designing.
This is dramatic. This is dramatic, Andre. This is dramatic.
It's not dramatic. It's just resting my eyes.
Sorry. They pulled it in a little bit.
I just wish I lived in the Adventure Time now. They do nothing. He doesn't do anything. He just does whatever he wants. My favorite part about coming here to Wentworth was definitely the people. I feel that our class as a whole is very close. We're basically, I feel like, a design firm. It's really cool that we all can get along so well and collaborate and talk and bounce ideas off of each other, even though technically we're all going to be competing for jobs in the end, but we all want to see each other thrive and do well. And I don't see that a lot in up-and-coming classes, which is sad, but the level of collaboration between our class is huge, and it's the reason we're all graduating at such a high level.